It's a colourful, smart affair to the girl with the mousy hair. But her mommy is yellow and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. It gets quite high quite quickly, and a bit of a daft song just in terms of the scope of the thing. I mean, it's epic, it's grand, and it's fabulous in the original, but there's no acoustic guitar part. We can kind of wrangle this onto the guitar though. The thing is, the sequence is very long. We've got a 24 bar verse, then a 20 bar chorus. So just navigating all of this and remember everything and getting to everything in time, that's the challenge. Once we've had the verse and the chorus and the guitar solo, we go round again and then we into the outro. So look, if we can get the first time through okay, then we should be home free. In fact, in the verse, the first 8 bars repeat, and there's quite a lot of stuff that crops up more than once. Hopefully that should help us. We've got mostly a single chord per bar, and it does go at quite a lick, so it pays just to get a bit of muscle memory to get these chords under our fingers. There's a couple of places where we've got more than one chord, but that's not really tricky. So look, let's just crack on and grind through the chords of the verse. Let's tackle this verse in 2 sections. We've got an 8 bar sequence that repeats, and then we've got something different that takes us into the verse. And the 8 bar sequence is D to F sharp minor over C sharp, to D with C in the bass, and then B7, but I'm playing B7 sus4, moving on to B7. I could probably play B7 sus4 with a finger on the top string as well, but I'm actually just going to stop short when I'm strumming this of the top string. I'm only going to use 3 fingers, then play the B7. But the thing here is to get this bass line. It does just go down. It's a colourful, smart affair to the girl with the mousy hair. So to give us a clear, crisp bass note at the beginning of the chord, I'm going to use my thumb just on that first strum. That kind of thing. The F sharp minus over C sharp, that's not particularly tricky, but once we've got that bar there, we can take advantage and get to our D over C. I've kind of messed about trying to find different ways of playing this chord, but from F sharp minor, that's probably the easiest way to do it. We've got the C there, D up on the 3rd string. I mean, it's really just a D, simple D shape. But we need something on the 4th string, so I've got my little finger on the 4th fret there to create an F sharp, and that's how I'm going to do that. That's just practice, but... Now we move to E minor, and we've got this 4 bar sequence here. And again, we're going to move down. There's the bottom note E. We've run out of guitar here, so we're going to have to go up to go down. Open 4th string, that's E minor over D, and actually that's just the open top 4 strings. Then we're going to get this, E minor over C sharp. That's going to take us down to the A7. Okay, so that's the first 8 bars done. As I say, they just repeat, and that's the first half of the verse, so it's not so bad. Let's go from the top then. It's a colourful, smart affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mommy is yellow and her daddy has told her to go. That just repeats. But her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. And we're into the second half of the verse. Now, in the second half, there's a key change, and this time we've got a rising bass line. It starts with this C. This is F over C. I'm playing the middle 4 strings. Then I'm going to go C sharp, 4th fret on the 5th string, and I'm playing that underneath an augmented chord. So I'm doing it that way with a bar across the 2nd fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings. Although I'm going to bar across more strings than that to give me a bit more leverage. That's going to take me to D minor. And ideally, I want to move my bass up there for F7 with an E flat flat in the bass, but it's just a bit flimsy with the capo being here and these top 4 strings, so I am going to play a hefty F7 chord there. The last 4 bars before we move into the chorus are a B flat, and then I'm going to play this. This is a bit unusual. F sharp augmented. I've contrived this with my first finger on the 2nd fret of the bottom string. I can take that 5th string out of circulation. I've got an open 4th string. I mean, it's a bit of a dog's dinner, this chord shape, really. And then I've got my 3rd and 4th fingers on the 3rd fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings. She could spit in the eyes of fools. That's what that is, and that goes to G minor. Now I'm going to keep my bar there for G minor, but I'm going to put a finger on the 4th fret of the bottom string. That's B flat with an A flat in the bass. That means I'm carrying on with my rising bass line. I don't really want the 5th string in that shape, so maybe I'm going to pick that instead. Okay, so, but that's all of it, and that takes us into Sailors, wherever you're going to sing that. Okay, let's have the whole of the verse, and whether I sing this high or low, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Wish me luck. It's a colourful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mummy is telling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen as she walks through a sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen, but the film is a sad and bore, for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools as they ask her to focus on sailors floating in the dance hall. Aye, aye, aye. And then we're into the chorus. Okay, so far so good. Okay, I say so far so good. I am going to drop this an octave, otherwise it's going to get a bit daft, isn't it? We've got sailor. I'm going to play sailors. That's where we are. It's a G. We've got a bar of G and a bar of C, and actually this begins at an 8-bar sequence that repeats. So again, there's plenty of repetition here. Sailors to C, fighting in the dance hall. And if you wanted to, the finger that you've got on the top string, I'm using my little finger for the G. Sailors fighting. You could keep that there, just gives you a bit of continuity for the C chord. Sailors fighting in the dance hall to E minor. Oh man! Now we've got another augmented shape. We had it on the 4th fret of the 5th string there. I'm going to move it up until that bottom note is on the 6th fret of the bottom string for E flat augmented. You could equally do it here with B in the bass. That might make a bit more sense. It's the same thing, but there you are. That takes us on to D, to D minor, to A minor 7, and then I'm going to move that up 3 frets as a bar chord on the 3rd fret to play C minor 7, and all of that repeats. So let's see if I can ruin this with my singing. Sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's in the freakiest show. Take a look, and again. Lord man, meeting up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know. He's in the best-selling show. Is there life on? And we've got 4 more bars before the guitar solo. Here's their life on Mars. And that's an E minor just with a descending bass line. This time, after the E minor, we've got a D sharp in the bass. So I'm going to play that with the top 4 strings only. Our E minor over D again, and then the E minor over C sharp. Here's their life on Mars. Okay, that takes us into the guitar solo, which is, what is that, 7 bars, D. We got D sharp diminished to E minor, and then we've got B diminished. I'm going to play that here on the middle 4 strings. That just suits me like that. really it looks like an E7, doesn't it? And then I've got my third and fourth fingers on the third fret of the second and fourth strings. And then we've got three more chords. F sharp minor. Then we've got G. But because we've already got this bar here, rather than returning to this G, I'm going to move it up to there, playing an E-type bar chord, and then we've got G minor for a bar there. Is there life on Mars? And that slows down. And then we kick off the second verse into the second chorus, which is absolutely identical, except to say, when we finish, is there life on Mars? Now we go into a modified form of the guitar solo sequence to finish. We get D, our D sharp diminished again, E minor, and then we get three bars of G, but with D in the bass, where there's the diddle 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 diddle, all that stuff going on in the strings. G over D, so I'm just playing a straight G chord, but only the top four strings. Three bars of that, and then as grandly as you can, C, C minor, and G. Okay, I feel like I might have shortchanged you a bit because it's kind of simpler than I thought it was going to be. I'd really kind of braced myself for an epic session here. But that really is everything. I've got a backing track. I've transcribed note for note the Rick Wakeman piano solo, which was an education in its own right. And then I've added a bit of bass and drums. Well, you'll follow along. You can play along with the original. It matches pretty much perfectly, I think. So, yeah, have fun with that. Thanks for watching. We'll have a playthrough. Hopefully, see you on the next one. 1, 2, 3. It's a colourful, small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through a sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sounding board, for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools as they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the low man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know. It's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars? It's an America's tortured brow. Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. Now the workers have struck for fame, 'cause Lennon's on sale again. See the mice in the million holes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Royal Britannia is out of bounds. To my mother, my dog and clown, but the film is a sounding board, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be read again as I ask her to focus on sailors fighting in It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the old man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know. He's in the Benson show. He's in the head for and that's more or less it.